Hi, I'm Kimberly Eddleston with FamilyBusiness.org and EIX, and I'm really happy today to be here with Joseph Brito Jr., who's the president of C.B Utility in their fourth generation, which was started by his grandfather, Ceasar Brito. And C.B Utility is an underground utility company that does work all over southern New England, and it's particularly known for its very difficult work, its complex jobs, and even emergency work in the area. And we're going to focus, I guess, particularly on CB Utility, but actually Joe Brito here owns 4 different companies and also has a foundation in his family's name that does a lot of good in the local area and around. So Joe, if you don't mind, Joe, let me start by asking you a little bit about your family's business and how it got started.
Well, my grandfather came to Bristol when he was 7 years old. He worked in the mill down by the water, and he actually started by shoveling coal there in the early days, and that was his meager beginning here in Bristol. My grandmother was a bobbin girl, and she was making 3 cents more than he was, and he felt that he really needed to further his education to be able to support his family the way he chose to. Worked hard, became an electrician, became part of the fabric of the area by getting involved with hauling trash in wheelbarrows and landscaping. And from there, he bought a bulldozer when my father was in high school. They knew nothing about how to run one. But during that era, it was the American dream. The war came, sold it, bought another bulldozer when they came back, and then they began putting in foundations for houses and cutting in roads and eventually getting into the utility work of water and sewer projects, then into natural gas. And my father and he built the business pretty successfully throughout the area. I was with him since I was about 10 or 12 years old, riding in a truck with my father. And we learned from the bottom up. And today we have an office here in Bristol, Rhode Island, and one in New Haven, Connecticut.
So one of the interesting things about your business is actually your dad, Joe Sr., really helped build it. And kind of going against some of the family business norms where, the second and third generation sometimes enjoy the founders' hard work. So what was key? How was your dad able to really build the business? And then, of course, you built it even further. But
well, one of the unique things that I think needs to be brought out is my grandfather was Cape Verde, and my father was also Cape Verdean. In other words, dark skin. So they worked very hard to be accepted, as well as being financially sound in the businesses they were, in the business diligence that they were starting. There was no formal education for my grandfather. My father barely squeaked out of high school. So to build the business the way they did is truly, I've already said it once, but the American dream. They've really worked hard at it. And since I was 12, as I mentioned, I used to ride with my dad in a truck, and it kind of became infectious. This is what I really wanted to do. So when I was in my 20s, I took more of an interest in it and really worked it hard. And we were very competitive. I bought the bug of, I really want to make this bigger and better than what they had done, and that this is going to be my time to really shine. And it's actually worked well. My father had a lot of confidence when I would make decisions. And though at the beginning it wasn't truly that way, they kind of test you, as you know. But I can sit here today breathing very comfortably that we've really made this work. So we've really wrapped our arms around family, but not so much in the business. You had to earn your way up. Starting from the bottom up, we think is a true advantage, because then no one can really tell you how to build something. You've built it or dealt with it. And the fabric of this family has been making sure that you come in through the downstairs door, not the upstairs door. So you get to meet the people that are working with you and the laborers you worked with and the staff downstairs. We don't believe in any hierarchy. I mean, I do carry a title as president, but we really don't get caught up in that. Everybody does whatever they've got to do to make the business and the family successful. And when I say family, I'm not talking just about the Brito family. I'm talking about all of the families that we wrap our arms around this. And we're all one entity working together.
Oh, excellent. And I like how it sounds like this goes into how you treat everyone in your business like one big family also.
True.
Which is really nice. So would you say it's a competitive advantage being a family business?
Well,
And how do you use it?
there's a couple of things that we do differently than our competition. First and foremost, we are probably one of the only companies that still pay 100% of their Blue Cross. 100%.
Wow.
Why do we do that? Because if I do it for the laborers in the field and the other unions we're involved in, I want them to feel part of the same fabric of what we're doing. And the level of dedication is off the charts here. You had the opportunity of meeting Barbara Toulouse, who's my administrator, which I call my air traffic controller. She tells me where I have to go and what I need to do. She's been here 45 years. Elsie Alves, she's been here 28 years. Ed Cox, our CFO, 38 years. Kevin Ferreira, one of our senior estimator, he's been here 38 years also. So we have longevity here because everybody is part of the same thing. We make sure that we have profit sharing. It's fair for all. It's not weighted. We try to make it where it's fair for everyone. So when you treat everybody the way you want to be treated and they come to work with a smile and you say to them, would you rather be home or be here? And they say, I'd rather be here.
Oh,
Then you know
wow.
you're doing something right.